Hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only, the official, the guy from Pittsburgh. Accept no cheesy commentators, imposters, trolls, or trolls who take over my live chat like last night. I'm not going to put up with it tonight. I am in pain. My elbow is killing me, and I read it'll take 6 weeks for this to heal. It is partly fractured, and my knee is killing me. I'm not going to put any guff. You come in here, you treat me with respect, you treat the viewers with respect, or you'll be gone. And to the person that wrote me that they're blocked, they knew where they are. Longtime fan, I looked in the hidden users. You're not blocked. I'll have to look again after this video, but I've been having trouble seeing all day too, so I'm not in the greatest of shape. All right. And I got something in the mail, and I thank the person who sent it. Let me get to the thing with the chat. Fed the kitties, had to do my referee between Orangey and Chauncey the cat. Chauncey started growling at Orangey. Orangey started growling at Chauncey. I felt like I was in a wrestling ring. So, all right. And I would ask you to donate to the channel at paypal.com, falky2013@gmail.com. You can send gifts, gift cards, checks, money orders, cat gifts, Amazon gift cards, particularly for cat food and cat litter, to George Senda, 815 Court Street, number 786, Martinez, California, 94553. And super chat donations would be appreciated because that helps pay for cat food, cat litter, and if I get enough, a GoPro, which I would really like. So there's the latest thing. But this thing will not work with the other one that I can plug in, and it's too big to fit. It's too big to fit in the other one. So I'll put that over here. I wrote the guy who sold this. I said it's supposed to have a remote. Oh, that's $20 more, and it doesn't plug in. And I can't find my prednisone. It went somewhere. So. No weird sports talk. No weird. No, you're not blocked. No weird French sports figures that I never heard of. You don't take over the chat. This is for the viewer and for my fans and subscribers. It is not for people to come in here and hijack the live stream. And I will ask you to bear with me because every time I move my hand and my elbow and my arm, the whole arm starts radiating up and down. I have a small fracture in it, and the hand goes numb. So, and I'm right-handed, so it's a real problem. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. They didn't tell me on the paperwork. I'll have to look at the paperwork when I figure out what I did with it. When I came home from the hospital, I just ate something, took a shower, and went to bed. Didn't go to Kathy's today because my knee that I also fell on was rejected. All right, let's get to this. Threw out for some recycling. Got more to do. I'm not going to put this on because... I'll put it on. All right. Thank the person sent this to me. This is a little beat up. I don't know if this is supposed to be a sticker or what, but I'll show it to you in a minute. Hold on, let me get to iTunes. I can play 20 seconds of this. 20 cents. Ow, 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 ow. Stretching the arm hurts too. No, I don't. You are not blocked. I checked. You're on the screen. How can you be blocked? They give you a little. Oh God, it's like carpal tunnel from hell. They give you a little window that you can barely see with all the names of the hundreds of people in the hidden users I have seen, and I checked on your name, and you're not blocked. So, okay, that is not. That's photos. What am I doing going into photos? Hold on. Went to the wrong place. Where the hell is iTunes? Here we go. I need a bigger keyboard. Okay, now. not that. That isn't it. Hold on. Yeah. That's stupid. Says recently played. I know I played it like 2 weeks ago. Man, I don't know what their recently is. Oh, by the way, 975,300 and some views and 3,029 subscribers now. That's the unofficial view count. Let me see if I can find this. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot I can do it this way. Well, that's interesting. There we go. Let's see. Well, that is my newest shirt. Let me scroll up here so I can see me. And if you're old enough to remember when this came out in 1965, David Vincent fought the Invaders. Let's say 3XL. And they sent me a sticker of some kind. I'm not sure what to do with this or what it's designed for. I don't think it goes on a shirt. Maybe it doesn't, but there's the sticker. So this is my shirt. Let me put this on. Well, it's not a cartoon. It was a live show done by Quinn Martin Productions, and I hope this isn't being. Oh my God! It's too small. It's too damn small. This is supposed to be a 3XL, which normally fits me. And I'm not talking about my weight. This should be loose. Unless because I've gained 20 pounds, that's why it's tight. But it's tight around the neck. I'm going to have to write him. No, you cannot order chicken wings because I have $3 in the bank. It's not a funny show. I'm not talking about Invader Zim. I'm talking about Roy Thinnis in the Invaders. Aliens invade the Earth. And he sees them and they disintegrate people and they use a device to give you a cerebral hemorrhage or a heart attack. And when you shoot them, they glow and disappear, disintegrate. 2 years. So this is not Invader Zim. I've never seen Invader Zim. I know it existed. And it is not the Invaders from Marvel Comics. It is not the Invaders from the Golden Age of comics. This is a television show. I don't know American Dad. I've never watched it, and Kathy can't stand it. But that's where'd it go? That's where this came from. Their spaceship. Somewhere. There's a damn switch. Oh, stupidly put the switch inside. I'm going to have to do something about that. Based on the George Adamski UFO. Supposed UFO. With the not very strong battery. Anyway, that's the saucer. Eventually I will get the proper model and build it put the proper lighting in it. Boy, that didn't last long. Battery's already dead. Anyway, and this shirt is not cool. It is very hot, so I'm going to take it off. But I got to write the guy and say this is too tight. It's obviously not an American 3X or something. Even though it says it is. Fabric made 3XO Pro Club heavyweight. Something's wrong. Either it's my weight, but try to get a little. This is a 3XL and it fits fine. Not happy. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound good. It sounds a little obscene. By the way, one of my fans said I should call the you-know-who Legion the Legion. The Legion of Trolls. So that is my new name for the Legion of Trolls. From the fellow in upstate East Nowhere, Pennsylvania. His Legion. And so I can't read that very well. Well, the last thing my 20-pound extra gut needs is cake. I ate grapes yesterday. I've been eating the mandarin oranges. I haven't done much anything but stay in bed and go ow, ow, ow a lot, and the part of the scab came off today. And when I got up to go to Kathy and went to feed Mama Cat and Kitten their dry food this morning, my niece said, "You're not going any further." So I didn't know he was an alien, thought he was a spy or something. I've never watched that show. Kathy doesn't like that show. She doesn't like the one with the spy. She doesn't like the one with Stewie the baby and the stupid dog, and thinks the husband is a jerk, and that's not the word I want to use. Can't even think of the name of it. He's big and fat. I think there's a Peter in there somewhere. Maybe that's his name. I don't know. She really hates all three shows. So. No, vegetables can be very good depending what you got. I got the stuff with asparagus in there. I love asparagus. So, it has to be a certain kind of taste to like that sort of stuff. It's not my kind of cartoon. Just like the weirdest, dumbest cartoon we saw was Samurai Jack. That really sucked. The other one that's weird is the one with the French fry, the milkshake, and the hamburger and the talk. That's just bizarre. So I don't know what to do about that shirt. I'll write them a note when this is over. I like the Jetsons, but like the button I used to have that I lost. This is the 90s. Where's my robot and air car? I keep waiting. Or I'll take the air hovercraft, air wheelchair. And my cleaning robot. I keep wondering if you can reprogram a sex robot to do house cleaning and laundry. I don't want it for sex. Just do the dishes, clean the walls, the floors, go down, do the laundry, go get the groceries, come back, put the groceries away, change the cat boxes while I sit and do YouTube. Then I'll put you back in the closet. Ow. When I fell, it also hurt my rotator cuff that's not been fixed. So everything, the whole right side is shot. I wish I could be like that car accident, just put a new bumper on. Just tear the arm off, put a new arm on. Oh. Now, Kathy has to wear a 4XL because she's softy, you know? So she liked the Invaders too. She loved it. So, just a moment. I'll show you on the screen. For those who have never seen it, all these old 60s shows like Batman and 50s like Zorro with Guy Williams are very popular in Central and South America. And someone is sending me something next month that I will be very happy to get. Now, let's see. Oh, this is perfect. See if I can. Hold on. There's a site here. It's called the Invaders TV series. I was wrong on the date, 67 to 8. I had the impression it was 65. It is part of the inspiration, along with Kolchak, the Night Stalker, for the X-Files. Oh dear. Disconnect this. I'm getting caught up in the cable. By the way, I had this $ thing plugged in all night, and it does not recharge it. So, you can see there's right Dennis. Some of the invaders, they talk into the device, and it serves the same purpose as getting rid of witnesses. And I have one of the DVDs. I don't have the other set. So, and a lot of the people were in other Quinn Martin shows later. There is Gene Hackman. Michael Rennie was in there from Day the Earth Stood Still. Suzanne Spachette. And Susan Oliver. Anyway, back to my channel. And at the time of the show, the nation was undergoing a very large UFO flap from 65 to well into 68 to into 69. We landed on the moon. Lots of UFOs being seen all over the country, including the crash at Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. Okay. Probably the one with the guy who the atomic bomb goes off, he's got time enough to read, and then his glasses break. Burgess Meredith, I can't remember the name of it. Of course, George Norrie loves the one To Serve Man, where they come and eat you with a cookbook. A can of mint. There are others. Twilight Zone, there's episodes that are good, there's episodes that are terrible. Episodes that scare you. Billy Mumy in anything that scared you. The kid was creepy when they had him be creepy. Kathy's an Outer Limits fan. She's not a Twilight Zone fan. after I'm done with this, I will tell them the shirt is too small and too tight. Oh, there's Mr. Beamish, Mr. Beam the Strong, Bingle the Strong, where the aliens give him strength, then the next aliens come and give him super intelligence. It's funny with Burgh Meredith again. The Monsters are on Maple Street, The Nightmare at 29,000 feet, where William Shatner sees gremlins tearing parts the plane apart. Another favorite of mine is the plane. I cannot remember the episode where the airliner goes back in time through a cloud. They wind up in 1939. They see the World's Fair. They wind up in Dinosaurville, where all the dinosaurs are, but they can't come home. And they keep flying around, and I guess eventually they'd run out of gas. So I have no idea what a beef curtain is. I've never heard of beef curtain. You got me. Hello, Jamar. I really don't have too much to say because I spent part of the day sleeping, and this has been hurting all day. Every time I move my arm, it hurts. Every time I move my fingers, it hurts. I apologize for that. And any new subscribers, I welcome them and thank them for coming in. So tomorrow I'm going to just do what I can to clean my kitchen up. And tonight I have a ton of cardboard sitting in the trash can waiting to be bagged up. I'll take it downstairs, and then I'm really stuck until the 31st. We can go to Walmart and get another 2 of those bins. By the way, there is some bright news. If you're interested in the stimulus, Mitch McConnell, the Oscar the Grouch of the Senate, said today there will be a stimulus package. It will be passed by August 8th, but it will be contentious with the Democrats. Nancy Pelosi said that she doesn't understand the cutoff of $40,000 income. She's not going to put up with that. They're going to have to work it out. But he said, McConnell, for the first time, actually said formally to this morning, there will be another stimulus package and another stimulus check. And I'm hoping it's going to be $2,000. We'd get our car, I'd fix my iPad, I would take all my silver out, and I could buy 2 months worth of cat food. And then start working on getting the iPad repaired, a GoPro, and then working on funding a second car, so we're not stuck without a car. So, well, I do, but I can only buy so much on $695 income a month after I pay my rent. And I've got those coin loans, and they're killing me. Every time I pay interest, they're $50 to $150 interest. I want to get those out before I do anything. Get all 5 of them out. $465 plus interest. Get them all out. Be done with them, and then my silver, which has gone up since I started buying it at $5 an ounce, will all be here with me. And then I can get the iPad fixed, order 2 months of cat food. We're going to rent a van, do both of our shopping, go to Costco, go to Smart and Final, go to Walmart, load up. I'm going to load up on cat litter. I'm going to get some bins to put under the bed. If I can get change, there's a change shortage. We're going to go get laundry money for the quarters. That's why I'm going to rent the van. Get all the laundry in the van, get it all washed in one day. We're going to be very tired. Kathy can spend the night. We don't finish, we do it the next day. Fold it up, put it all into the bed in containers inside of plastic bags with fabric softener sheets in them. So it's all out of the way. And but with $2,000, I've told her I'm going to give you $500 for the $1,000 deposit. She puts in the other $500. That's $1,000. We'll get 5 grand. That's 6. If we can sell the car, that should be another 2 to 3. We should be able to get a 2012 Prius for 9,000. I hope so. A lot of work, but I can't clean this house to get rid of all this laundry out of here. It's got laundry there, laundry there, laundry there, laundry there. I get the laundry out, I can start cleaning, and then I'm going to have to go to the department that deals with a caregiver, because at this point now, with my arm injured and my knee injured, I need a caregiver. I need someone to come in and help me clean my kitchen and vacuum, and I can direct them to this gets thrown out, this gets kept, and get 2 more bins. I can get all this stuff floating around the kitchen, put away in the bins, put the cookie jars away, and I do need someone to climb up on a stool and scrub the kitchen stove area. If I get the kitchen con and then all the laundry gets out of this corner, I can start working on the corner and then working on the bedroom, and then you'll start seeing my videos in the bedroom again. So, but they'll give us $5,000, and we're going to open an account at the credit union. And I already talked to them. They said what you do, you want to raise your credit, you put in like half a grand, you take out a loan against a secured loan, and then when you pay it off, they will give you one of their credit cards, and that will raise my credit. And then I can have better credit. And they're doing my eye too, excuse me. I need a whole new body. I need an Android body. Put the brain in a new body and start over. That's because of dry eye. I get spikes of pain in my eye. Excuse me. But if I can get an attendant to come in, it would be a Herculean effort to get this place straightened out. But if I can get everything neat, and I know what I want to do with this stuff, I just need, when I can't do it anymore because I have to lie down, I have to have somebody, okay, take this, put that over there, take this, put that over there, put this in here, bring that box to me and I'll go through it. And I've gone through boxes in here, got stuff in it, and 90% of the stuff goes in the trash because I'm throwing everything in boxes. So that's, and the place is really cluttered, but I know if I have enough money, you know, I have a couple $100, I can get this place straightened out. After I buy the cat food and after I buy the cat litter. Buy like 3 bags of Meow Mix, buy 3 bags of Iams, buy 2 months of wet food and 2 months of wet food for my kitties, and then all I gotta do is buy a couple £100 of cat litter. And then I can, after I get the coin loans out, pay off my credit cards. Then I won't owe a dime to anything. My PG&E bill is $23. Okay, that's enough. That was disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. Goodbye, Roger Smith. You're a troll. Guy comes in here. By the way, Roger Smith, I know that looks like somebody, but I can't recognize it. It's too small. I need a personal assistant. I need a personal attendant. And probably one of those personal organizer people. I can only do so much, and then my body says, lie down. Roger Smith, the actor, he's married to Anne Margaret, and he has got injured. I think he's got MS or something. So, but to leave a comment like that, it's really disgusting. And I don't know how they get it. The comments are supposed to be hidden. I'm supposed to see how they get around that. I don't understand. And the spoofer is dying because it's like 1,000,000 degrees where she lives. But she's leaving for other climes and taking Bootsy with her. She'll be back soon. Our Bootsy cat has cancer and is slowly dying, and it's very sad. I know they love Bootsy very much. So I spent $119 on cat food this month and other things, batteries, and this was not cheap. This was $38 for Kathy. They don't make them anymore. Universal remote for her television. So, well, I bought 8 24 cup things of Meow Mix plus 1 12 cup at Safeway plus a bag of limes plus. Hello? Excuse me, my screen door just opened really wide. I don't know if it's wind or someone trying to come in here. Just a moment. Put away the remnants of my lunch, I guess, 'cause I didn't have breakfast. Hold on. Soy sauce. I had chicken pot stickers. Now my foot's caught in the cable. That was the wind. Pulled the screen door open. Yeah, I'm fine. Well, I've been feeding Orangey and Gray, Cece, and Tiny One, and Mama Cat, and Kitten, and Tiny One's litter mate who got killed, sadly, and other kitties for about 9 years. So I will not let them starve. It gets really, we get wind gust here, and that's how my other iPad got stolen. We had 50-mile-an-hour winds, and the screen door tore off the wall. So, yeah, the Crimson Tide. Well, thank you, Wildcard Line. That's a surprise. I really appreciate that. Call the Wildcard Line at 609-785-2177. How come I can remember that? Can't remember my own phone number. I can remember Art Bell's phone number, but not mine. From the high desert in the great American Southwest. I wonder where the hell the low desert is. It must be Death Valley or under Death Valley. I don't know. Maybe the bottom of the Grand Canyon is about as low as desert as you're going to be. And I didn't know the Grand Canyon was by Utah. I thought it was in Arizona. Yeah, oh, by the way, speaking of Alabama, the former, I'd hate to bring this up, Jamar, but the guy running for U.S. Senate beat Jeff Sessions tonight in the primary. So Jeff Sessions is not going to be a U.S. Senator again. And that guy was the former coach of Auburn and the Red Eagle Politics, which I'm going to watch when this is done, said that he doesn't know how much an effect it's going to be on the election because there are people that love the Tide and there are people that hate Auburn. Now, I kind of like the Tide better than Auburn. I know nothing about Auburn. I know one of the two schools, or maybe both of them, flooded during Katrina. That's all I know. Ow, 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 ow. I just hit my kneecap, my finger. That's not good. Oh, you dummy. Don't do that. See, the problem is you gesture and then you get into trouble. But he won. So, thank you both for that. I really appreciate that. By the way, that will pay when you skim the 30% off, which is outrageous that Super Chat takes. 10, 20. That's 19, 25. 10% would be 250, 750. $18. That pays for 3 boxes of Meow Mix. So thank you very much. That's enough to feed the kitties for 3 weeks at a minimum of 6 cups a day, which I usually wind up giving more because somebody else shows up, and then my 2 cats are down there eating away. Little girl ate salmon tonight. She liked the Meow Mix salmon. And if I don't feed them, Mama Cat comes in here and goes meow, meow, meow. And Ted's kitty came in the other night and went meow, meow, meow. And the pretty gray one I haven't seen in a while. And then, I forget, I have Johnny Cat to buy, and Cleaner, and Simple Green. I still have the tape stickers from my arm with all the IVs. Now the IV marks are gone, but the tape is still there. Champagne coal. No, I don't want any coal. I'm not on the Titanic with the coal strike. No, don't want any coal. I've shoveled enough coal in my life. When we lived on Joe Hammer Square, we had a furnace for the whole building, and I would go down there and help shovel the coal into the furnace in the wintertime, and there was coal dust everywhere. You got black. It was on the floor. It was on the walls. It was on the ceiling. And it was a huge furnace. But I'll tell you one thing, you were not cold when you were down by that furnace. You opened the door with a pair of gloves and a tong, and you had this coal sting, and you just shoved the coal in there until it was full, and then you lit the burner, and there it went. And the whole building stayed nice and warm. And that was way before, at least that building for all I know, it may still not have heating oil. No, a tong, T-O-N-G. Like a thing to grab the coal with, like you pick up your fried chicken. And by the way, I sent it to the spoofer. Panasonic has a new oven coming out. You can air fry, you can cook, microwave, convection oven, and a fork thing. It's about $500. So if you like fried chicken, you can air fry them. This would be kind of cool. It's kind of big though. Amazon. Saw an ad for it. And don't buy that so-called portable air conditioner that's $80 to rip off. It's not a portable air conditioner. It's basically a little tiny swamp cooler that you put water in and it cools the water, and it's a rip-off. One guy who did a video on it, Snappy Labs, I think it was, Snazzy Labs, not Snappy. He sent the money in, he still hadn't received the thing, so. Oh, there's my prednisone. This is what I'm taking with my breathing. By the way, that's supposed to. Okay, I took my half tablet already. All right. This is to get rid of the. Yeah, well, I never knew when the hockey season was. I assume it's mostly in the wintertime. And last night I was so out of it, I said there's no professional hockey in Pittsburgh. I felt really stupid. Baseball, football, boxing, wrestling, bowling, and golf. And occasionally auto racing. But You want to be challenging with the NASCAR, drive backwards for 500 miles. Drive with no brakes. There would be a thing. And we've driven that. We've done that before. Both Kathy and I have had the brakes go out. That's always fun, particularly when you're going down down the freeway on a hill. My dad did that too once. The brakes and the headlights went out coming back from Hoover Dam, going into Vegas in the middle of the night in pitch darkness. And I had to put a flashlight out the window, and that was about 12 miles of sheer, on the winding road with one side going over the cliff. That was sheer terror. He was driving a Lincoln Continental. Yeah, well, Mannix always did it. Remember they would always cut his brake lines? He'd be pumping away. And you'd hear a little squealing, and Mannix would be looking like, oh my God, every episode. Mannix never had like chains on the damn hood. He'd go into somewhere while they're in there. Guy lifts the hood, cuts the brake lines, gets underneath, drains the brake fluid, drains his oil. I don't know, might have drained the transmission fluid for all I know. And Mannix gets in there, starts the car up, dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. And he gets about 3/4 mile down the road. He's going down a downgrade, and a big sign, heavy downgrade, trucks use third gear. And all of a sudden, he's got no brakes. Every episode. Oh, I like McLeod. I like McLeod. There you go. Drove that Captain nuts. J.D. Tippett. Drove him nuts. And then they had to return to McLeod and all that. I loved Dennis Weaver in that. That was great. NBC had all those shows. They had Macmillan Wife, they had McLeod, they had Mystery Movie, they had Banacek. These are great shows. I still like watching Banacek. YA50. I like the new one. It took me a while. The new one's over it now. It's done with 10 years. Amazing. 10 years. But the old one with Jack would book him down, Just once, I wish Dano would say, what kind of book do I book him with? Fiction, nonfiction, cookbook, technical book, religious book, self-help, Never had a book, Book him, Dano. Do I take him down to the library and make him, or the used bookstore and have him choose his choice of books before I book him, or do I just throw books at him? The whole police force throws books at the guy, I was waiting for that moment. It never happened. And Wofat. The first Wofat was better. Now, I have not seen all the episodes of the new YFO, but before they stole my iPad, and before my other iPad broke, I was watching DirecTV Now, or whatever they're calling it this week. Oh, and by the way, in a gratifying move, the evil Wells Fargo Bank took a big loss today in earnings. They put a reserve against loan losses. They cut their dividend from 51 cents, which was a really high dividend, to 10 cents a share. And I'm a victim of the open account your own name and the $500 ripoff when I paid for the stop payment. They paid it anyway and helped ruin my credit. So anything that happens to the evil Wells Fargo Bank, I'm very happy to hear. Rockford Files was kind of silly. He had that recording. His dad would sit there and answer the phone, and then hoods would follow him everywhere, and the car would break down. And Jay Leno had a video where the guy, I don't know if he actually had the Rockford car or something like the Rockford car, and they faked the chase scene. But Rockford was always being chased. The thugs would beat him up. He'd have the crap beat out of him, and then 20 minutes later, he's hobbling around in pain. And but Rockford was just too strange, It was like 70s LA sleaziness, You'd go to the Pup and Dog, or you'd go to the place that has hot dogs with all different condiments, and Rockford would still be there. One of my favorite shows was Harry O with David Jansen, where he took the bus in San Diego because he got shot in the back. And he had a boat, The Answer, and he had the His girlfriend was Farrah Fawcett. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I'll leave your message and get back to you in about 3 weeks when I recuperate from the latest getting the crap kicked out of me. And then James Garner had health issues and left, and they sued him. And Quincy, my friend Jack Klubman, had health issues, and he left, and they sued him. He had throat cancer, for God's sakes. It eventually killed him. I wasn't good friends with Jack, but we talked a lot at the track, and we were more than acquaintances. Hey, Jack, what's going on? You know, you go out to the racetrack every day. You're not working, or your day off, or you go out on Saturday. You get to see people all the time. Oh, Quincy drove. The hell was Aston? I think that was his name. The head of his department nuts too. He never did an autopsy. He was always going out doing stuff. And he had babes. He had babes on his boat. He had people at the restaurant with Danny. You know. Yeah, I bet the track. I had a friend, he always played to win. He had thousands of losing tickets in his drawer. I bet win, place, and show. And they had a horse named Strutting George. I made money on him. I bet a horse named George. You got to bet on him. And Adam Line to Adam Power. It's only 3 I remember. But I'd go out there. My friend Glenn, though, he was a nut, but he made money. He would bet $2 on every horse in a race. And one day he goes home and he's got $1,800 in his pocket, and he bought a Sony projection TV, his first Sony. And still had money left over. Everybody said he was crazy. He said, they have a long shot comes in, I make big money. 9 races. No, that's cool. I don't know if that's really the real Kill Yarborough or not. I thought he's dead. I'm not sure. I don't follow NASCAR like Richard Petty or Richard Petty Jr. I can't keep track of who's on first in there. So welcome. But I know the name Kill Yarborough, but I'm not sure where he is in NASCAR, what he did, or my late friend Stewart. I had to call him up. Hey, Stick, what are you doing? That was his nickname. I don't remember why he was called that. I think he got it when he worked at Boeing. I'm watching NASCAR. You have to call me later. It was like his religion. When he watched NASCAR, you couldn't bother him. You know. He was like Glenn with football. He and his 2 roommates, the 2 brothers named John, a case in originality, would watch football all weekend. They would tape football. No, I didn't work at Boeing. Never been to Washington State. And by the way, I talked to someone in my game I play, and the health problems there are diminishing somewhat. But you look on Fox this afternoon, and there's a map of COVID-19, and it's one solid line of red all the way across the southwest to Florida. It's like the whole place is on fire. Whereas New York, New Jersey, Connecticut are getting better. They've set the latest controversy. You are flying into New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut. You have to show your papers, please, on quarantine for 2 weeks. Because you come from a state that may have the virus. Now, what's stupid is if you drive from Virginia and it's not on the list of 22 states that are around there or something, they won't stop you at the border. But if you fly in, they stop you at the airport. Yeah, I'm in California too, so I'm 33 miles northeast of San Francisco. And susceptible to the disease. And that helped me. Where's my... I have one misplaced matter of him. I'm sick of wearing a mask. I to be a mask? Going to be Zorro or Captain Chaos from the Cannonball Run movies? Dun, dun, dun. I've got the body. I can probably do the voice if I practice long enough. It's him. It's him. I wanted them to do a Captain Chaos movie. I mentioned that from time to time. I think Dom DeLuise would have been great as Captain Chaos. Well, at my age, 68, any woman is faster than me. I'm more like Super Turtle without the super, you know? With all the injuries I've had. I like fast cars, but I've owned one. I had a Datsun hatchback. Oh, wait a minute. What else? I take that back. I've owned two. I had a Javelin. I really miss my Javelin. And South Carolina, big on NASCAR. North Carolina, I think, is also big on NASCAR. I don't know where what the giant movie screen is. Darlington, wherever the hell Darlington is. They got a giant movie screen. It's like 60 screens. You push a button, it turns into one giant screen. You get to see the whole race. But I still want to see him run backwards for 500 miles. That would take skill and probably break your neck. Or do it in all. Well, they do that. They did that in England early on with those minis. You know, racing with minis. They had minis versus little tiny Fords. Nobody's ever done Yugo racing. You know? Okay. We're not going to have that kind of talk in here, people. So, you know. So I'm going to remove those comments. There's a Glock Panther. Thought I banned you. How did you get back on again? Or comments. Well, you will behave or you will be banned again. Because you were getting very smarmy one night. I won't tolerate it anymore. Okay, anyway. Here we go. Here he goes. Well, I hate to tell you this, but I'm not wasting your money because when I worked, I paid in the Medicare, I paid in the state disability, I paid income taxes. So Big Don, you're the loser because you're too stupid to be in my chat and you're too stupid to be in my channel. And you've just been reported. So there. And every time I do live chat, some troll jerk comes in, insults me publicly, insults me privately, and then I have to spend 5 minutes or 5 seconds or however long it takes blocking them. When they shouldn't be in here at all. Because they do it to disrupt the chat. And we're having a good time, a nice discussion. They come in and make some disgusting comment about me or Kathy. And I got that every time I've been in the hospital live. Here he comes again with a new name. You know what? You know what? You don't pay for a damn thing because that comes out of the Social Security Trust Fund or out of tax revenue. But I paid federal taxes. So another loser goes bye-bye. My tax returns are in that filing cabinet over there, all the years I worked. And under federal law, for the morons that come in here, federal law says you cannot be turned away from the emergency room or hospital even if you're indigent. And I can't afford anything. Well, everything you see here, almost, I have purchased. This was given to me. I bought this, one of my 3 iPads. This is the broken one that the idiot in Indiana broke when he set it back in a plastic envelope. This cost me money. That's a real iPad. I bought this fan. I bought the TV over there. This is my mother's TV. All the bookcases in here I bought. All these storage bins I bought. All the fans in here I bought. The heaters I bought. The 600 paranormal books I bought. I got a new iPad. What do you think I'm talking on? The alien heads I bought. The clock I bought. The live on air thing I bought. I can't afford anything. No, I can't afford big ticket items yet. I got turned down another credit card. They said my credit, I don't have enough credit. It's still new. No, you didn't pay for this. So be quiet. See, coming in here, insulting. I can't get a credit card because Wells Fargo Bank ruined my 3 credit cards. But for your information, where are my cards? I got an Amazon store card. I'm an authorized user on Capital One. I'm an authorized user on Credit One. And First Premier Bank will give me a new card next September. They hate because they hate the fact that I'm on Social Security disability. I'm an old, injured man who no longer can work. And I don't want to work. I'm 68 years old. But they come in here and hate on me because they think they act as if I'm personally taking money out of their damn wallets. I paid for the tripods I've got. I paid for this. This is a mini tripod. I paid for this. It's another camera I use. Everything in this apartment, if it isn't a gift, I paid for it. So screw this business of you're paying for this and you're paying for that. I have had other sources of income other than the federal government and my viewers. And when my mother died, I got money. I used most of that money to get Kathy a Prius because she needed a car and we both needed a car. And we're going to have another car. And I'm working on something. If I get the coin loans out, which I will, I pay my credit cards off, which I will. And the next step, get a second car and then buy income-producing property. And then, if things work out, within a year, I can buy land and start building a house. And then nobody can say I'm using their money because it'll be my money and my hard work of digging stuff out of the ground and out of a creek and taking it to the assayer and say, how much is this worth? Find a troll and beat the crap out of him. That's how you can. Anyway. That was half sarcastic. All right. The best way to do this, not through Super Chat, although I would like Super Chat because they send me a check periodically, is you send a donation to PayPal at that address, or you send me a gift card. or a check or a money order, and there is no other address for George Senda. So don't believe anyone who says they have a P.O. box in my name, because they don't. Now, if I got enough donations, here we go again, another guy, another troll, harasser. I don't really care at this point. I just block them. Goodbye, loser. They waste their time. The problem is they're able, and when we get a car, we're going down to YouTube. Once the coronavirus is vaccinated, and Moderna said they should have the vaccines churning up by the last month of the year. Okay, don't use that language, Jamar. No, that's fine. Right there's the address. If I got, right now Costco has a GoPro 8. I don't know if it's all the accessory, $318 on sale. If I had that kind of money, you'd see me walking around with the GoPro, the shoulder harness, not walking very fast, but walking around Martinez or San Francisco. Yeah, I want to take a ride. So, and you're going to see me in the Prius with an iPad attached and with a $90 car equivalent cool pad. You're going to see me live when we get the Prius. Excuse me, we will be driving around in the Prius, and you'll see me live on the air in the car. And we'll be driving around Northern California. Boofer, I just said a bunch of trolls I had to block. They all came in and gave me the usual garbage about I'm wasting taxpayers' money, I'm stealing money from their wallet. You know, I'm going like $942.35 a month. We pay for all your stuff. Well, you know, I hate to tell them this. I've been here 15 years. And a great deal of money I've spent has not been money from the federal government. My mother gave me money when she was alive. My sister has sent me a small amount of money. Relatives have sent me money. People have sent me money. Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie paid for my videos. And the We're Not Going to Take It TV show gave me money. So, which is on Amazon Prime, or at least it was. The pilot, which I did. So, okay, Kale, we're not going to allow that comment. So I'm putting you to timeout. You don't sexually harass someone. My videos, if you go to the media section of Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie, my videos are on the Coast to Coast AM website. There's 4 of them, I think. And the trolls, unfortunately, put pressure in the network and lied. And I don't know the circumstances. And last time I saw George, Tom Danheiser was sick. So I've got to pin them both down. Why was I not on Coast anymore? Because in January of the particular year, Tom Danheiser's producer wanted me to do 8 videos in a row. I did 1 a month. And all of a sudden, about 3 weeks later, Tom said, we're taking a different direction and we don't want your videos anymore. And he couldn't download them from YouTube. He wanted them only downloaded from YouTube, and they wouldn't working. And he wouldn't accept, I didn't have an SD card thing then. And he wouldn't accept on a disc or on a portable hard drive or anything like that. So it caused a great problem for me. But I was getting, it was taking 2 months to pay me. I was getting $100 a video. So, and it's very hard to get a disability You're only allowed to have $2,000 in the bank. You're not allowed to have life insurance. You're not allowed to have stocks. You're not allowed to have bonds. I have a little bit of stock left over from when I did work. It has taken a 50% hit because of the virus and because the stock I have, well, one of them is a mutual fund. It's okay. The other ones are retail. And so I've lost money. But I have faith that we will reopen eventually once we get a vaccine and the stock will go up. So, but trolls started, according to them, on the evil troll website, they started harassing the network. And I think that's the real reason why my videos aren't on Coast anymore. I've never gotten a straight answer from George Norrie or Tom Danheiser. Why the change in direction? Because Kathy and I drove in the pouring rain to a Hilton out in Marin County and saw George and saw Tom, and 2 weeks later I'm gone. Find another doctor. I had doctors say I was not sick with my first sinus infection. They didn't believe me until one saw my CAT scan and said, "Oh, you are infected, you are sick." There are other doctors out there. And then there was all this talk that like last night, you deserve your own radio show. I believed the BS for years, and until I finally realized they were all making fun of me. You should have your own radio show. You should have your own sports show. You should have your own talk show. And being naive and gullible, I guess, I believed it. Now, my personal opinion, I should have my own radio show. Well, there's nothing you can just support the channel. Say you like the videos, click on like. Tell your friends to subscribe. That makes the channel grow. The more likes you put on, and the haters dislike every video. They disliked it when Kathy's cat died, my mother died. They're horrible people. The more likes you put on a video, the more YouTube will notice the video and then tell people to watch the video. So it raises the views and the attention on YouTube. And if it gets big enough, it gets trending. Now, I don't have a thing where, I forget I was watching this morning and I said, gee, that would be nice one day. And the guy, oh, I know what it is. I sent it to the spoofer and a few other people. These kitty cats, they were the barrier, and they were, I think they're Persians or something, and they were crawling under the barriers the guy put in the hallway, and it was very funny. I was laughing. That guy gets like 89,000 views. I don't have smart kitty cats. So. You couldn't fit 50 people in this apartment. Thank you. What I really need to do, we get the laundry out. I fold the sofa bed up. I vacuum. I can do that to a point, then my knee craps out. I fractured my knee by falling on an escalator at BART, our local subway, 15 years ago. If we get the laundry done and it's under the sofa bed after it's folded back out, and there's not a lot of room in here, if I got somebody in there say, okay, take that, bring that over here, I'll go through it. Well, I do that. You go in the kitchen and start throwing out the recyclables in the recycle bin, start throwing out, sweep the floor. I'll have the kitchen counter done eventually to where it's all neat and clean. Then I got to go through the cabinets by sitting on the floor and say, this goes, this stays, this goes, this stays, this gets recycled, this goes in the garbage. They could have if you fold the sofa bed and everybody starts in the bathroom and you have a line going to the... We could have like a fire brigade where somebody takes a piece of stuff and they all grab it one by one and take it out to the door to the bag, you know, or the bin or the box. That'd be funny. By the way, when they x-rayed my knee, they said it's full of arthritis, and it swells up, and the meniscus, not meniscus, the cartilage is broken underneath, which is why it keeps swelling up. And it's hot in here. That's another thing. Right now it's 78, but I've got one fan on, and it's not direct because the fans make too much noise. If I had 3 people in here, counting me, and all the laundry are done, and everything, the kitchen was straightened out. The kitchen is like the biggest problem I have. The rest of the house is a problem too, but I can never seem to get the kitchen clean because there's too much stuff. Once I get the kitchen clean, get the laundry, then I can start working section to section on the clutter. And what I really need to do, if I can find a cheap storage place, start putting stuff in boxes that I don't need immediately, put it in storage. And then, and the other problem is, just to give you an idea, I have 17 bookcases in here. There's a lot of stuff in here, which is one reason why it's so crowded. There is an air conditioner in the corner of the living room. The problem is one part of the outflow is blocked by the TV. I got a loaf burning in the oven because my heart burns for you. Boop-ba-doop. And the air conditioner is stupid because I've plugged it in with the 50-foot extension cord, the outdoor extension cord. The air blows up to the ceiling. It doesn't blow out. And it doesn't cool the room off because there's no wall dividing the kitchen and the living room. So the air doesn't go anywhere. And I can run that sucker for 2 hours and it's still hot in here. Yes, they gave him a coffee cup and they stuffed it full of old Winston butts. Said, "Here you go. Thank you for running the race." You know, that was what he got. Oh, where's my cup? We spared no expense. We paid 2 winos, gave them $1 and a bottle of Ripple, and they went and picked up all those butts off the side of the racetrack. Here you go. Here's your Winston cup. Thank you very much. Because of the pandemic, we could not afford anything more expensive because we ain't got no money. Now, I know what you can do with the cigarette butts, you know. I like some country music. I like the Sons of the Pioneers, Roy Rogers. I didn't care for Gene Autry. I'm going way back here. I like some of Hank Williams. I like... who else do I like? George Strait, Crystal Gale, of course, Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers. Sometimes, if I never hear, you know, you got to hold them and know how to hold them, know how to fold them out. I'll be too soon. I'm sick of that song. The late, I don't know if he's dead now. Glenn Campbell, who had Alzheimer's. He played a guitar, something fierce. Willie Nelson. I love Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson is now looking like Methuselah. I saw the interview. I didn't watch the interview. I just saw a picture of him in the interview. He looks like he's 9,000 years old now, like the old man on the mountain coming out. Yeah, Elvis Presley's grandson died. That was sad. Hold on, what is this now? Hold on. Yeah, we won't allow that. So, goodbye. So, now we'll put that on there. Thank you for telling me that, because I cannot see small things very well. Yeah, he had a aneurysm. Went in the harm in I can't pronounce it. I enjoyed him. He was also associated with Star Trek: The Next Generation, I believe. Very likable guy, 49 years old. I saw the notice today in the Western, I think it's the Western Journal conservative site, and I was just shocked. I really like that guy on Mythbusters. I love Mythbusters. I watch Mythbusters like a religion. Although I didn't like the one older. I like the thin guy, not the guy with the beard. He was a grouch. But Grant was fun. And it's very sad to see someone you almost feel like he's a member of your family because you watched every episode. And I've been watching that. I've been watching reruns of that. And I watched American Pickers, and I watched American Restoration. I'm still waiting for the All Fat Guy channel, run by Larry the Cable Guy. I'm waiting for someone to call me. I'm willing to do a show on the Fat Man channel. Yeah, they really. The guy, he has his own shop, and he built a Star Trek chair and all that. He seems to be really a nice guy, but the other guys are really grouchy. They had to work together, couldn't stand each other. Hi, tonight on the Fat Man channel, we got a special program for you, how not to lose weight. We have the best 10 tips to keep diet Nazis away from you. When they tell you to eat kale, tell you to eat healthy. If God wanted me to be healthy, would I look like this? I tell you, I kid you not. And we have more things. How to freak them out once the coronavirus is over at the buffet. Have 10 of your buddies come down, the biggest guys you can find. You pay them to come off the street. We will pay for your food. Just come and sit at that buffet table right across from that glass and stare at them. And lick your chops. It will scare the hell out of them waiters. Yeah, the Fat Shack. I like it, the Fat Shack. Yes, and you have haunted ribs in your house? Is there a pile of ghostly bones from the leftover barbecue you had last year? Are they haunting your refrigerator? Well, we will be here. We will be rib busters. We will get rid of them haunted ribs for you for a price. Just call 1-800-GOODBYE-RIBS. Sauce is extra. And, of course, we got to have Bush's baked beans. No vegetarian beans. And Duke the dog will be a special guest. Because I get tired of people sending me this stuff about health and heart attacks. We all going to die, though. I refuse to go the next time. I've been dead twice. I electrocuted my ass. Fell out of that apple tree picking apples and cherries. Dog pushed me through a screen door and the door down the stairs. I was out for an hour. Broke my leg at 8 places. And all the toes. I should have been dead about, cat has 9 lives. I probably got 32. I've used them all up. Yeah, roast me on a spit like a hog. And call me Lulabelle. I get into that, get into that country stuff. And by the way, I don't want to hear any of this revisionism, left-wing protesters. We have our special guest, the Duke Boys. Dukes of Hazzard, bring the General Lee in there. Everybody loved Dukes of Hazzard. They just don't want to admit they love watching the Dukes of Hazzard. And I ain't even Southern, I'm talking like this. That's funny. Why is he talking like this? I don't know. It's so funny. It's so weird. What is he doing? I don't know. What the hell is going on? Something happened. He drank the stuff. He turned into a Southern guy. Where you go, folks? Yeah, they had 1,000 or 2,000. You can't be sure how many there were there. I don't know how they figure that out. They got a guy flying overhead and go 1, 2, 3, 4. They were here. It was 93 degrees, and my knee was not letting me go anywhere, and it was so hot in here I couldn't move. I lied there like torpid slug boy all day and slept. I was planning to go film it, but the minute I got up to go to the bathroom that morning, my knee said, "You're not going anywhere. You can't even make it to the bathroom." So I didn't go down and film it. I told the spoofer I was going to film it. I wanted to film it. My will wanted to film it. My heart wanted to film it. My body said, "Hell no." And I was going to go earlier and film all the boarded up building, all the boarded up places. But, you know, this is why I want donations partly. If I got $4,000 plus tax and delivery, I've sent the wish list. The spoofer has my wish list. It's on Amazon. It is an electric scooter. It is red, my favorite color. Although I'd probably have to have them paint it in black and yellow, or black and gold, for my Steelers. Has headlights, taillights, FM radio, MP3, which I don't think anybody uses MP3 anymore. I could be wrong. Have them put AM in it. Have them put about 3 plugs in it so I can run my air machine. Have them put USB in there so I can run my cool time and power my iPad, and then put a bracket up for the iPad. And it goes 30 miles an hour. It's got windshield wipers. It's got air conditioning and a heater. Yeah, that's Hemi. I don't think I can fit a Hemi in there. Mopar, do you have a 480 V8 for an electric scooter? And I think it's also got a solar panel on it. It's made in Canada. It's $4,000, $3,800. They got to put AM because we get baseball back in football. I got to listen to baseball and football. And one more person asked me if I like hockey with a scream. I'm not a hockey fan. Look, AM, FM radio. It has kind of power steering. It can go 30 miles an hour. It can climb hills. It's a 30-mile range. I don't know. I'm not going off-road with my knee back. No. You ain't going to see me on no Yamaha or what's that other thing? You ain't going to see me going no ATV. Not with my knees back. I flipped that sucker the first time, and Jordson today got paralyzed. FM is nice for classical music, and if you want to go to sleep, you listen to NPR. And then there's about 8 million black music stations. Hard to find really good jazz. And then about 7,000 Mexican stations. Spanish music. And I don't know what else is on FM. That's all my knowledge of FM. In classical, there used to be a class, KKH, I hear locally, it's gone. They do it from a student, if they're still doing it, a college somewhere in San Mateo, and it only goes like a mile and a half or a block and a half or something. Yeah, a Hummer with 15 miles a gallon. The first Hummer's got 10 because one of my neighbors here had a Hummer with the big pair of longhorns on the front. Not a Texan, the actual longhorns from a Texan cow. So, I don't understand the Hummer because we had them in Iraq, and how'd they get anywhere? They probably sucked all the gasoline in Iraq dry, driving those things around. But if I and the legal, nice. Okay, Brian, we're not going to allow a comment like that. So, you get a timeout. No comments like that. If I had that electric scooter, Um, I go to Walmart. I can go to Costco. I can go to Big Lots. I can go to the mall, and you'd see it all live. And I wouldn't need a driver's license. So it's legal to go. And there's another one. There's another scooter that looks like an egg. You have to pedal it, but it's solar when you can't pedal, like the hill's too steep. It goes 30 miles an hour, but that's $8,000. It's got, but doesn't have. I argued with them that with the Bay Area, it rains here. Well, you don't need doors. Well, you need doors for pouring rain, you dummies. And they're based out of North Carolina, the ELF, ELF. So I've set up GoFund pages, and the trolls attack it, tell people not to donate. That's how terrible they are. No, they won't fund this. I asked my doctor. And not my doctor that I have I'm trying to get rid of, but another doctor. They'll only fund those blocky electric wheelchairs with the, horrible giant batteries that crap out in a year. So if I get a scooter, I'm going to spend the $4,000 on a scooter that actually goes somewhere. That will climb a steep hill of Martinez. I would put a clamp thing on the dashboard, put the iPad in there, plug the USB cord in there, turn on the air conditioner on low, and you'd see me driving the thing, and I'd be commenting, and maybe put a small screen in there somehow to get how would I do that? I'd have to put another device in there to see the chat. And I can go the back way, except there's a really super steep hill. I don't know if I can get up there. I'd have to go up Pacheco a long way. And because there's only like 3 ways to get to Walmart that you can get there that's not on the freeway. And it is allowed to be taken on the bus. So the particular device I want. So I could go to San Francisco, and then I wouldn't have to worry about, it's 7:45 in the evening, and the last bus is at 8:15. I cannot mow lawns. I'm allergic to grass. Spoofer, what are you thinking? So, I'm not going to be mowing lawns. I get a bad knee, I can barely walk. She wants you to ride a mower and get sick and die from mowing a lawn. I'd be dead in 5 minutes. I die every time the guy shows up and mows a lawn. If I ever get rich and powerful enough, like Bill Gates, I'm banning all grass, except for cows. Place it with AstroTurf or green paint or something. Can't get near this stuff. Even with the door closed, I'm dying in here. With 3 air machines, I'm still dying because of pollen. Now, the weird thing is tonight, when I went to feed the cats, it was really windy, and I was not gasping for air because the pollen was being blown everywhere but in front of me. It went away. Gets on your skin, gets in your clothes, you bring it back in the house, it's on everything. Grass is evil. Yes, Satan's plant. That's it. Which is why I want to move to, which is why I want to move to the desert. And sometimes he cuts weed for the money. He works hard for his money. I got trolled all the time, If I had a hammer, I'd smack a troll. I'd smack him in the morning, all over the place. There's no reason to have trolls because these people are not well. They need to be re-educated, preferably with a 2x4. Now, here's a question at the last can. I'm half serious about this. Has to be more than 20 bucks. Would you pay to watch me eat cat food? Eat some 9 Lives live. No, I don't want to do that because they might hit me with copyright. Remember, the trolls say they work hard for their money. I work hard for my money and you don't deserve any. I'm not asking for your money. Specifically, I'm asking for my subscribers and supporters to donate to the channel. By the way, I paid for these. Long before there was YouTube, one of my little Choco Cat erasers. I love Choco Cat. He's my favorite. This is an empty thing from one of my Nintendo games. I paid for that. A lot of stuff in here. And somebody said, oh, you've got things that last 50 years in your house. Well, I lost all my stuff in storage in 2001, so there is nothing before 2001 in here. Okay. Bye, Kale. Have a good night. Enjoy your trollness on somebody else's channel. People just can't come in and be decent human beings. You know, I don't do anything to anybody. I don't care if he had the Masters Cup. And remember, I've had people come in to pretend to be Art Bell's daughter, Asia Bell, and George Nuri, Art Bell himself, Joey Heatherton. You don't come in and say disgusting stuff like that on anybody's channel. Would you want someone to do that to you, spoofer? I don't think so. I don't know if you do live chat. I haven't looked. And I love her kitty Harley, who has gotten so big. I paid for this recently. This enables me to take my iPod and my 4th generation iPod and connect it to the car radio when we get another car and play my music. Very hard to come by. I thought it'd be with a K, but he's smarter than that, I guess. And there are things that people send me, like the ever popular, my cats won't play with this, but I love it, the wind-up rat. Imagine if I had the money. I built the wind-up ratmobile, and it would be powered by the propeller. Ratmobile, dum-dum-dum-dum. Paid $10 for this, but it's got a micro USB cable, and I don't have any computers that'll work with it. This gives me wireless anywhere before I got the cool time. A lot of stuff in here. Trying to make the channel better so people can watch it. How would you know a fake Abe Pagoda? How would you know the difference? Because Pagoda never. He looks like he died 20 years ago. I don't even know if he's still alive or not. So they made fun of him on roast and stuff. Here's Abe Pagoda, and they'd bring Abe Pagoda out. Okay, don't bring up that Blobsburg again. No more. I had enough of that crap last night. I don't want to hear any more about Blobsburg. All night. Blobsburg, 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 blah, 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 bonk, bonk. I think you told me about that, Spoofer. And I got all this stuff lying around. I gotta put away one day. I bought this when the Polaroid camera turned inadequate. This took videos for a long time in this channel because my iPad was broken. Someone sent me these. I haven't had a chance to wear them on St. Patrick's Day. I really like them. I was thinking I could wear them and stuff corned beef and cabbage in them at the same time. Then I wouldn't have to go to a restaurant. Put a plastic baggie in there. Put one of them Ziploc bags, and I'd be ready to go. Make sure there's no liquid in there. Cats might follow me. Somewhere I've lost. Oh, there it is. They sent me 2 pairs. I should give one to Kathy because she is Irish. Of Irish ancestry, being a Kiernan, Kiernan. But she'd lose it somewhere in the apartment. Never see it again. Or not wear it. Yeah, the green beard bubbles. I didn't know what the hell they were. I thought they were a prank, so I threw them out. I'm sorry about that. But I did know they were supposed to go in my beard, and that would have hurt. All right, who is Jessica Sharpville? I never heard of her. Sharpville. Never heard of her. This is a portable hard drive that I can't get these anymore. This is the Bipra, and the little connector broke. I got to solder it. I find somebody who can solder. What the hell is in here? This, something I bought. This is the case for an AM/FM radio you can carry with a little tiny AM/FM radio, but I don't know where the radio is right now. Well, I got to clean up. Things are lying all over the place here. This is well, I don't know what it is. This is all kinds of implements of destruction. Pliers, knives, screwdrivers, a saw, a bottle opener. I don't think I could carry this to the airport, but this will fit on your belt. I got a lot of stuff in here I've bought with my own money, not anybody else's. Because for years, every time I go to my mother, she would give me $20 to $100. Every year in Hanukkah, $100. Every year Jewish New Year, $100. Every year my birthday, $100. So this garbage that I'm spending their money really isn't true. And people send me gifts like Nike gift cards. I bought this thing, a power bank, but it's for a phone. And I thought it was for the tablet, so I bought the other one. The Anchor, which works wonderfully. That's a wine glass. Someone left these wine glasses downstairs. I broke two of them. Gotta clean them. I'm tempted to just take them downstairs where they came from. They're so strange. I gotta wash these. Should really take them down or give them to the thrift store. Starting to wheeze again. See what's in here. This is an old modem. Belkin router. These are the strange toilet paper pieces of paper that you wet them and then you dry them and they're one piece of toilet paper. And these are the dots to know what plugs they go to. And I got to find the oh, wait a minute. I got the piece of paper for that. Put the keyboard down. Take the dots out of there. I got plugs I've got to start identifying. I should really get rid of this. What the hell am I going to do with it? So silly. And this goes on. Bicycle handle. I don't know if it'd fit on a wheelchair handle at Walmart or not. Put the iographer on there or something, or put the Vivitar. I think this comes with the Vivitar. And that's all that's in that drawer. Okay, this is garbage. Get rid of that. Clean while you learn. These are the dot thingies. You mark them and then you put them on one end of the cord and the other end of the cord, and then you know what the hell the cord goes to. And this is this is one of the best things ever. This powered my iPad, my Android phone, and the Cool Pad when I went out. This was $38, and it powered it for hours. So I could do videos, if we're ever able to eat in a restaurant again, I could do videos live and not have to worry about the power going out for 2 or 3 hours in the iPad. I see an hour and 3 minutes, or 103 minutes. I'm having fun here. Sorry about that. So, sorry you were in an orphanage. I can't imagine how that would be. My mother had her problems. She just couldn't treat me like she should have, because she disapproved of me, or she compared me to my sister all the time. This drawer is full of blank envelopes. I don't know what this is. Oh, the penguin. I love penguins. Somebody sent me a penguin. I got battery chargers. I got stamps. What the hell's in here? Do not fold. Oh, my game. The Starfleet 1 game. When I clear off the Westinghouse TV table, I'll get to play my Starfleet 1 game. Bought these for the Vivitar. The kitty stapler. The kitty tape dispenser broke. I have to figure out how to fix it. Don't have room for all this stuff sitting around here. It's in the drawer. More post-it note thingies, sort of post-it note thingies. Someone sent me, I thank you for it. The poor cat dispenser. It broke because it's too thin, too wide or something. Hey, this may be part of my UFO, I think, or my alien. Kathy broke my one of my salt and pepper shakers. Here's another non-smart Rayovac charger. Hey, here's another jerk off. Look at this, incredible. I looked down for a minute and, you know, and using my name as impersonation, so I'll remember that. And again, I mentioned that this is the Vivitar battery charger, I paid taxes, so they can go to hell. I work for a living. Oh, it is the alien. Look at it. This is what happened to it. Kathy broke this. And I don't know if I can repair it or not. I can't find another one on YouTube, on eBay. There's Fuzzy. And I have to feed my kitties too. Of course, trolls like that would like my kitties to starve to death, and me. That I literally had them come in and say, you should starve. You should be out in the street, and so should Kathy, which is unconscionable. Excuse me. No excuse for that behavior. Yeah, there's the top on it. Well, that's all to net drawer. And the best thing, well, not the best thing in here, but one I use more than anything. There's it. Now is this one. This is the smart charge. You put the batteries in, it lights up red, then yellow and green. It tells you when it's charged. I go through a lot of AAA batteries and AA batteries. See, I can organize if I have the money. Okay. Yeah, Kathy walked by the bookcase and knocked one of those on the floor and broke it. They're very thin ceramic or something, like almost like a teacup. So, but you know, if I've had literally people come into my chat and send me messages, you shouldn't be on disability. You shouldn't get any benefits. We want you to die. And what kind of person does that? It's senior abuse. It's abuse of someone they don't know. Buddy. And they do it because of their anonymity. They would never do that crap to my face because they know they'd be pushed down the stairs, or I'd beat the hell out of them, or I'd just call the police. And well, I don't know what that is. Don't know. I want to ask. And here's my two little cows. I love my cows. I think they used to magnetically stick together, but I don't remember. Little salt and pepper shakers I got at an antique store. I think. Have to be careful, don't break them. They're cute. But why harass an old man who's just trying to have fun? This was free. It was in a bin at a function I went into, and they had the sign free. Burgh is short for Pittsburgh, where I come from. Well, I started working in 1960. Well, actually, I picked fruit in the summer in Canada when I was about 8. I had several paper routes when I was 10 or 12. I washed cars. That was my first real job where I got a paycheck at a Cadillac dealership and could barely see over the dashboard when I was about 12 in San Francisco. The building's still there. They turned it into an AMC theater, which may be gone forever soon if they declare bankruptcy. So, I worked in the past the 6th grade, 7th, 8th grade in a restaurant in Reno, washing dishes for my dinner while I did my homework every night. A Mexican restaurant that's still there, and a great restaurant, Miguel's. And he was the head of the local Amalgamated Flying Saucer Clubs of America. I was in the UFOs way back then in Reno. Miguel is gone, but the people are still there. They still remember me after all these years. This plugs into your car later to power your devices. So, excuse me. So, wash dishes for dinner. Cleared the tables. And I've worked in restaurants and other places, so. That's because it'd be too dangerous for you. With the cat head, you might set the cat out on fire, and then there'd be this flaming cat head going down the road, then the car would explode and go over a cliff. Although we're going to find a cliff in East Nowhere, Texas, I don't know, you know. But what do you do, Jabbar? I don't know what. I wish somebody would tell me. Everybody gives me this ASMR. Sounds like a disease. You got ASMR, and with this new drug, with 900 side effects, you can cure this. I have no idea. I see women do ASMR. I have no idea what the hell it is. I don't know what it means. Nobody ever tells me what it means. Could be Asperger's for all I know, or asparagus. I don't know what the hell. Oh, it's whispering. I do it enough my voice goes hoarse. I don't think I can do a whole video. Hello, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. And I sound really hoarse because I am really hoarse. That hurts my throat. Ain't gonna work. And I'd start laughing and choke to death. Excuse me. Sorry, the ginger ale makes me burp. I apologize. I'd start coughing. Excuse me. And they deeply resent anybody who sends me money, gifts, a pile of gift cards. So, but they literally at one point told Kathy that she should live in a box under the Golden Gate Bridge, which is a horrible thing to say to my girlfriend. I spent those gift cards. I have them there to annoy the trolls. These were all sent to me by my fan and Fluffy the cat, the richest cat in Finland. And they hated it. They might. You pay a price for supporting this channel. But aside from being to help me out, it's the right thing to do for anybody you like on YouTube, no matter who it is. You give them gifts and donations and likes because you like what they're doing, and it is work. It takes time and effort and money to get a channel going in the first place. You have to buy equipment, you have to buy cameras, you have to buy an iPad or a microphone, which I bought 2 of. Actually, I bought 3. I had a Microsoft microphone for a while until it died. A headset. And I've gone further and further, and I would like to go even further with the GoPro. And when we get the car, I'll spend the $90 for the device. And yeah, I thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Any amount helps, except that if you do less than, you do $1, it gets eaten up, and if you have to do at least 30% more than $1 because they take out 30%, and then it takes forever for Super Chat to go, the money go to AdSense. So that's why I'd rather people send money to PayPal or direct money to me or gift cards or whatever. I don't know. There is a rumor now that Apple is going to come out with 3D glasses or virtual reality glasses. That was on the web last night. And I don't know how that would work. And how would I film it? Would I get a headache wearing those? I don't know. Time to get a smarter girlfriend, ladies and germs. No. Just kidding. Then you could have other problems, like my favorite poker player, Daniel Negreanu, who just got screwed over by Bank of America. Here's a guy, one of the best poker players ever, plays in the WSOP, World Series of Poker, and other tournaments. He's worth $50 million. And the banks are supposed to transfer money from his poker winnings, from tournament winnings, into his account. Well, Bank of America just suspended his account permanently because they seem to think if you're a professional gambler that you're laundering money, even though you're not. And so now he's got to go and find another bank, and he's a Canadian, to put his winnings into. That's ridiculous. And if I ever met Daniel Negreanu, I got his game for the PC that I never used because I don't have a PC or the Mac. I would say, why don't you take your money? You can start a state-chartered bank, or you could buy a bank. I'm sure there's a bank for sale. Start your own bank. Then they can't take your money. All the big banks suck. Chase, Chase JP Morgan, Citibank, Wells Fargo, Bank of, some of them suck worse than others. Some of them are decent. Union Bank is pretty good. Bank of the West is pretty good. But the big boy banks, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, are terrible. I don't know who took them over. There used to be TD Dominion Bank, which is now became part of TD Waterhouse. They were good. Canadian Bank. Barclays is very good. The thing with Barclays, you can never be overdrawn. You're overdrawn, they kick you out. Your credit goes bad, you kick you out. You're not allowed to have a bad account at Barclays Bank. They're a British bank. No, and we're not going to have raunchy things in here, so don't. I'm going to remove that comment, and I asked people not to discuss hockey. I'm going to remove that comment. No more hockey talk. I had enough of that last night. Thank you. I do not watch hockey. I haven't watched hockey since the 60s, maybe the 50s with Gordie Howe. So please don't ask again. And it would be fun. I used to watch all these late night poker things on NBC and the World Poker Tour. And it would be fun to sit at the table with Negreanu and Phil Hellmuth and other people. And Doyle Brunson has retired. His wife is having health issues. Wait a minute. This could be. It is. Hold on. I am live, so watch your language.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. And don't say anything you wouldn't want to hear over the phone, or I don't want anything on the channel, so hold on a minute. I got to fix this. Can't see the stupid screen. It's all dim. I think I need to charge this. Hold on a minute. I think the charger is going, the battery is going low. Hold on. This is my girlfriend, Kathy. Okay, this is going to work. There we go. Now I can see it. Oh, yeah, it was down to 3%. That's low. Excuse me. Say hello, Kathy.
Hello.
Oh, you sound really great tonight. What's going on?
Well, I just woke up.
Oh.
I hadn't heard from you, so.
Well, I've been busy I went and fed the kitties. I had to separate Orangey and Chauncey. Chauncey was going after Orangey. And, and I've been doing a live video, and I put on my shirt I got, and it's too small. It's too tight. So I have to notify them it doesn't fit. It's a 3XL that won't fit. And that's not counting my weight. It's too damn tight. I just paid a lot, you know. So,
yeah.
I've paid a lot of money for shirts. The one I'm wearing I bought, and it fits fine. But this is very frustrating. Your shirt doesn't fit. The spoofer says hello. So,
Yeah.
Kathy would not do whispering videos. She doesn't do videos except with me because she doesn't want to be attacked by the trolls.
Yeah.
Now, there's another thing. Shirts will get cut a certain way. They'll say 3S, and then you'll find out it's the Chinese 3S, the British 3S, and they're not the same as the American 3S. So,
I live for the day when I can put on a large or medium.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get torn in half because I...
All right, Glock. That's a timeout for you. You know better than that.
Oh, sorry.
No. I banned this guy once, and somehow he's come back. And he just made a disgusting comment about you and the Switch, so I'm not going to allow that.
Oh.
And I don't know how he got back in here because I banned him, and I think he asked to be put back on. This is why I ban people. They get. Oh, and I had these guys come in. Quit wasting the taxpayers' money by going to the hospital and all that other BS. I paid taxes. You paid taxes when you worked. Everybody paid taxes when they worked. So I don't want to hear it. Jamar, no more hockey talk, okay? I'm putting you in a timeout. I told you, stop with the hockey talk. I'm not going to put up with that, whether you gave me $5 or not. I don't want to hear about hockey. Last they went on and on about weird sports figures and French sports figures and hockey. This is not the hockey channel. You want to go to sports talk? Go find somebody else. Who you got, Cedar or Cleo?
Cleo.
Yeah, she's got her two cats, Cleo and Cedar, little black cats. But Cleo tends to be the one, don't pet me, don't kiss me, don't hug me. But she's got a very cute meow.
Actually, she loves being petted.
Oh,
And
God.
recently, she's even been letting me hug her.
Well, they've already... Hold on, I have to interrupt you. They've already got Kathy's number. They harassed the hell out of her. We were trying to sell our car, so I didn't realize that. But that's all right. We're going to eventually change Kathy's number. This is what I got to go through, too, and what Kathy has to go through. If they harassed my girlfriend, we were trying to sell our car, and they were calling her at 3 in the morning. It's disgusting what these people do. So, nobody should have to tolerate this kind of behavior from people that don't know us. I love my girlfriend dearly, and I didn't realize I was doing that, thank you, because I couldn't really see it very well. It was very dim. But there's no excuse for that either. Anyway, you don't sound exactly alert yet, so I'm gonna let you go. I'm okay. I've just been busy. I went out and fed the kitties. I started doing this, and I've been on for about 2 hours. So.
Oh, actually, I've been feeling much better, but well, I'm just really happy to hear your voice.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Well, I didn't realize I'd been on this long. It is 10:17.
Wow.
And I've been having fun, but I had a whole bunch of trolls come in. You're fat, you're a slob, you're this, you're that, the usual crap. And they do that to interrupt it. Okay. We don't allow hockey talk. I'm done with hockey. No hockey talk. So you get I got inundated with hockey talk last night. You get a timeout too. No hockey. I don't have anything against hockey. I'm not a hockey fan. I don't want to talk about hockey all night. I don't know enough about it. The only guy I know with hockey is, I think it's Mario Lemieux, and he owns the Penguins, or he played for the Penguins, but I could be wrong. I haven't followed hockey in 50 years. Why the hell would it? Okay. All right, Ryan. I said no, and I meant no. No, are you related to this guy who's a hockey player? I just told him no hockey talk. He's asking a hockey question. This is irritating the hell out of me. They're doing it to piss me off, and they're succeeding. Anyway.
I think that the things that are going on this time anyway, I mean, isn't it important to talk about, other things?
Yeah, but they come in and they start focusing on one subject, and I tell them to stop. They keep doing it. They're trolls. They do it to aggravate the hell out of me, and I hate it. So I'm not going to put up with it, though.
Yeah, I know.
really hot in here too.
Realize it's nighttime already.
Yeah, it's 10:15.
It's not as doesn't seem as warm as it was yesterday.
What?
Didn't seem as warm today as the other day.
No, it was really windy earlier. I had to close the screen door because it started to bang the door. Well, are you having a good day other than just waking up? Somebody, Glock wanted to know.
I don't have any idea what time it is.
Hon, it's 10:20. I better let you go. I don't think you're awake. I'll let you go. I'll talk to you tomorrow, and I'll see you Thursday, all right? Bye. I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I can shut this thing off. Okay. She is not awake. I don't know why. But she tends to stay up and play Pokemon, and she has been cleaning. I got to go up and help her as much as I can. Okay. So you can hear her. She's barely able to talk, so. Oh, here's 2 more socks. Let's go my sock drawer. I didn't wear these to UFO Con. I forgot to wear them. Humans aren't real. Charmander, Charizard, Charmeleon, and a few others. The one I call the mailman, Dragonite. Because in the Pokemon episodes, he delivers the mail everywhere. Little mailbag. He's got a little antenna. Very cute, but very powerful. I like fire Pokemon. Kathy likes Venusaur, Bulbasaur, stuff like that. That's what's in there. Bin with a whole bunch of envelopes, and I gotta go through it and straighten that out. Hey, with the money I can get this place all straightened out, about $200, I could get everything put away in storage bins and thrown out. This is really cool too. This is a pillowcase. I don't have a pillow to put it in. At least I think it's a pillowcase. I remember. Dust gets everything in here too. A whole bunch of. Hold on. This was sent to me. Yeah, it is a pillowcase. I love this. I gotta put this in a plastic bag. See how cute that is? Looks like fuzzy. So that's very cute. I get this place straightened out, get it presentable to actually be where somebody can come in here and I can fold the bed up. And I miss sitting on the couch. Only problem with that couch is Kathy kicked all the end springs out because she would sleep and kick in her sleep. And had one here earlier. Where the hell is it? the spring went somewhere. Well, I don't know where it went to. It was here. But she kicked all the springs off the end of the bed, and you cannot bend them because they're made of hard super steel. So, I didn't even know there was an NHL.com message board. Sorry about that. This is not a hockey discussion channel. Like I said, Gordie Howe, the Red Wings, the Maple Leafs, the St. Louis Blues, the New York Islanders. I don't remember who else. The Montreal Canadiens. But those are guys from like 1958, 59, 60. That's my hockey knowledge, and it's way in the back of my brain. When I was like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. Only guy I remember is Gordie Howe. I think there might have been an Esposito, not the baseball player. I think there was an Esposito too, but I don't remember. I don't remember that far back. I just remember Gordie Howe. You're not bothering me. Last night I had a whole bunch of hockey discussion, and it really, now I know why I got all the hockey discussion. But they weren't talking to me. They were chatting between themselves, and I'm going, what the hell is this? I'm running, it's my video, and it's been taken over by hockey fans. And they're discussing all these players in French, and I start making fun of the French accent. And I'm going, I don't know who the hell are these people? I'm not angry. I'm not angry. Last night was very irritating because it was as if I wasn't even here. It just went on for about 20 minutes, and it was all hockey talk. And I'm going like, how did this degenerate into hockey talk? I don't talk about hockey. Where do these guys come from? You gotta understand, when I raise my voice, it's not necessarily anger, it's frustration or what the hell is going on? How do I stop it? How did it start in the first place? And I'm kind of dumbfounded or amazed or puzzled or whatever. You don't know me well enough to know what I'm angry. When I'm angry, you'll know I'm angry. I'm not angry right now. I'm having fun, but getting 20 minutes of hockey talk or 30 minutes, I have to look at the chat. It just went on and on and on. I couldn't get a word in edgewise because there was no way for me to even type. And suddenly I got completely ignored. It was like the hockey fans took over. I don't want to have that happen again. And I do not have, we have the San Jose Sharks here, and the people who live in San Jose, which is about, it's 33 miles to San Francisco. It's another 50 or 60 to San Jose. Where under normal circumstances, they fill the place. They are rabid Sharks fans, and they just fired their coach for not winning. That's all I know, but they love the Sharks down there. No, I didn't. I blocked you, said something that was wrong. Or you talked about hockey after I told you what it was. You talked about hockey after I told you not to talk about hockey. It wasn't offensive. When I say stop talking about a subject, you stop. I tore my elbow last week. I fractured my elbow in a fall. So and I never heard of Jerry the Rat. Well, Jamar, I wouldn't block you. No, there is no First Amendment on this channel. I run the channel. Okay? YouTube does not have First Amendment either. They will remove you. So I'm removing your comment. And I'm putting you in a timeout again. I run this channel. If you say something that I tell you to stop doing it, you bring it up, I'm going to block you. I'm going to put you in a timeout. No, and we're not going to go into that either. I don't know any Jerrys personally, so I can't discuss that. So let's move out of the rat discussion. And I think, I don't know about hockey players, so I can't discuss that either. I think the old style football players were tougher, far tougher than the people today. They played with broken legs, for God, broken ankles, broken hips. And they had leather helmets or no helmets at all. But then they probably got messed up with concussions, and they didn't worry about concussions 50 years ago or 60 years ago or 75 years ago. The Steelers started in what, 1932? 33? 90 years ago. So, but a Dick Butkus or the hell was his name? He just died. Don Gifford, or Bronco Nagurski, or Sammy, I can't think of his last name. People in the 30s, 40s, and 50s were Jim Brown were tougher. They were tougher players. I miss Pittsburgh very much. Yeah. I don't know what they do in hockey under a penalty. Can they throw you out of the game? I have no idea. I've seen the penalty. I've seen fights start in the penalty box, which always cracks me up. You're in the penalty box for being bad, and you'd be bad in the penalty box. I've seen fans fight too in the stands. You don't. When you come in here, you're in my home. You act like you would act if you go to a party or someone's house. You don't come in here and start talking crap and be rude and be mean-spirited. And if I say I don't want this discussed anymore for whatever reason, you say, all right, George, I'm sorry I did that, and you don't do it any further. Now you see, you're coming up with people I've never heard of. Who the hell is that? After we get the Prius, I pay off all my cards, and I save up the money. It's $175 a night at a hotel in Pittsburgh. $500 to travel there one way. I have to get a hotel room. I have to have food money. I have to have running around money. I'll probably have to use Uber or Lyft, or maybe rent a limo for the purposes of video. And go out with my relatives and go see relatives I've never met on the South Side who held me as a baby, if any of them are still alive. So I want to go to Pittsburgh in the next 2 years. Okay, we're talking hockey here, so that's enough. No more hockey. Cloak, I've warned you. This is the last warning. Trotter, I don't. Oh, it's football. Okay, sorry. Well, you're bringing up somebody I never heard of. You have to tell me who the hell you're talking about. All I know, you're talking hockey still. That's what drives me nuts. You guys start talking as if I'm not even here and I get ignored. That's not fair to me. It would might be like my bringing up Cardinal Richelieu. You've never heard of Cardinal Richelieu, and I start giving you a 15-minute polemic on the history of Cardinal Richelieu and the church dealing with the Vatican. Not that I could do it. Moroni could, my late friend Moroni. But it wouldn't be fair to the viewer to me to go off and start talking on something that the viewers have no idea what I'm talking about. That's just an example. Or talk about, and I'd have to dig that out of my brain, Herman Kahn on thermonuclear warfare, which I've read and I think I have it in my book collection. Yeah, well, I'm giving you that as an example because I have a tie to that, and that my relative direct ancestor is Alexander Dumas, who wrote The Three Musketeers. So I have a great fondness for the Three Musketeers. Not the candy bar so much as the books and movies. But it would be like discussing nuclear physics. I don't know enough about it, and I'm not about to start a discussion in that, or string theory. So, okay, we're not going to talk about hockey. No more hockey talk. Now, there is a device I could do it in here if I had an electrician to do it. I wouldn't want to try. You put it on your power box inside your house or apartment, and it will stop an EMP pulse. George Norris discussed it on his show. In fact, we discussed that on We're Not Going to Take It. And I did a video on that show on it. So there are two ways an EMP hit can hit this country. One is through a massive solar flare, which causes something, the Carrington effect, which knocks out all the power in the 1870s. And I'm probably wrong on the date, but it knocked out the National Telegraph System. We had a massive pulse from the sun. The other way is through a nuclear device detonated in the upper atmosphere. That would knock out all of our electronics, your banks, credit cards, airlines, not that they're running anyway, Wall Street, anything that didn't have a hardened electronic system would be dead, and we'd starve to death in a year. No, but they asked a question, and I have to answer it. I don't know enough about Cardinal Horatio. I just throw that out because it came into my head. So he's always the bad guy. I asked Maroney about that, and I can't remember what he said. We talked about it one night. The man had an encyclopedic history of Europe, the Pope, the Catholic Church, and the wars of Europe. I missed the hell out of him. I learned more stuff from him. My problem is at my age, I can't remember a lot of the stuff he told me because I'm old and I forget things. So, lots of intrigue in France with Richelieu and leading up to Louis XVI. But Alexander Dumas, the father, was my ancestor on my mother's side. So, and the maiden name, the name of my mother's maiden name was Dumas, which is a Germanization of Dumas. So, and Dumas was a Moor. So, he's in my mother's family. And I wish I had a cut of all those movies and all those candy bars. So, and I would love to have enough money to build my house and buy 40 acres of land and have trusted friends over for adult beverages or soda and snacks and sit around the fire or go outside and sit around the fire and have an all-night discussion and film it. A bunch of guys talking about whatever, and then I would bone up on hockey or whatever the term would be. I don't know. Are there Nazi UFOs? And how many voted for them? I have no idea. If you believe the bit about Admiral Byrd and how his expedition was driven out of Antarctica by the evil Nazis, then so be it. But I haven't seen any proof. I doubt if Hitler conquered Antarctica. Hitler was so physically messed up with the drugs by his doctor, whose name escapes me, it's in the back of my head. They were giving him speed and tranquilizers and everything else, and he was seriously messed up. So I think Hitler died in the bunker. This does not mean that other people did not escape into submarines to South and Central America. But there's no evidence I've seen. Another thing, if there is a secret base in Antarctica, with global warming supposedly melting the permafrost all over the world, including Russia and Alaska, then wouldn't we see evidence of a base entrance? Wouldn't we have seen UFOs down there by now? And wouldn't there be Nazi ships? And you think that the Nazi, where are they going to get fuel, metal, food? You can't, there's no 7-Elevens in Antarctica unless you like eating penguins or krill or walruses or sea lions or whatever the heck is down there. Hello, we would like 100,000 Führer burgers, please. Hold the mail. You know. So I tend to disbelieve that. It's like the flat earthers. I don't believe the earth's flat either. I mean, here's the earth. The ship's over here, it goes over here, and it falls off the earth. Why do we not have all these guys disappearing in the ship? Well, we have in the Bermuda Triangle and the Devil's Triangle and the triangle up in the Great Lakes, but you don't see a whole bunch of Carnival cruise lines falling off the earth and we never hear from them again. Or Disney Cruise or whoever they are. So well, guys, I think I'm going to end this. I'm getting sleepy. I need a shower. I'm getting hungry. And I would like to have some real dinner and bag up some of the recycling and take it downstairs before I pass out for the evening. But I would like to start working in my kitchen tomorrow. I'll have to look that up. Thank you, but not tonight. I'm getting really tired. I think Kathy made me tired. I wasn't tired when she started, I'm tired. And I started, okay. I haven't got much sleep since last week, Monday, since I fell. So it's been either too hot or I lie there and play my game or I wake up every couple hours to go to the bathroom, which is always an adventure. And my eyes start hurting, and oddly, my elbow is not hurting now. So, but my behind is starting to hurt. I'm sitting there too long in this chair. So I need to quit and call it a night, I think. And my Lucky Ferrell's card got all messed up. There's my Lucky Ferrell's Christmas card, but the chair ran over it. So cute. There's my instruction for the Volkswagen Beetle. It plays my iPod. But finally about that, there are people out there that if I spent nothing on me, they'd still want me to not buy food and starve to death. They're terrible people. Same for Kathy. I wonder what they would do if I took the money and bought land and found a lot of gold, like maybe this guy takes 3 days. He does videos. He takes 3 days to get an ounce gold. So if you did that every weekend, you would have 4 ounces a month. That's $7,200 a month. That's 79. That's $84,000 a year if you did it every week without fail, rain or shine. You'd have expenses. You'd have to go to a dealer to sell it. What do I do if I made $84,000 a year? Would they then say I'm stealing the taxpayers' money because my hard physical labor had to get the concentrates after I bought all the gold mining equipment, sifted out, and then panned the gold out and separated it, and then take it to the dealer and get. And they have to make their cut. They're going to take a percentage, whatever that is. So let's like clear 70 grand before taxes. And that would be 7 times what I get, or actually it'd be 6 times what I get roughly from disability. And I would lose my medical care. I'd have to pay for my medical care. So, and let's say they take 30% for taxes. So we're talking $50,000 a year. If I found that kind of gold. And I would take part of that $50,000 and start a passive business. Invest some of it and maybe buy a gas station. We're always going to need gas until they go to hydrogen. Or everybody drives a Tesla who can afford one. So. Anyway, I think that's it for the night, folks. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your comments. Steve, if you have my email, falky2013@gmail, write me an email and we will discuss this privately. I'm always interested in learning more about history. God knows I've got enough history books. And other books. So, what is that back there? Oh, okay. Get back here for a second before I leave. What's in here? Oh, okay. Boy, it's dusty back here. Okay, let me pull some of these out so you can get an idea. I gotta pull this table out and take all these books off. Another thing, I would have to have somebody come in and wherever I'm at, unless it's completely dust free. I'll just show you 3 books. One of the 2 books on Pearl Harbor and Midway, Gordon Prange. Here's Patton and Montgomery and Rommel, and Target Patton. So I have a lot of history books. Boy, is this thing dirty. Here's another Patton on leadership. Oh, there goes the power strip. Giant power strip. One day I gotta get a drill and mount this thing to the bookcase so it doesn't keep falling down all the time. There's 2 more of these. These are getting expensive. They're great books. They were great for $1 when they originally came out in the 60s or 70s. Valentine book. And then this thing is old because I met him, I talked to him. Douglas MacArthur. So picked that up a while back. So a lot of books on military history and history. historical atlases, and that is going to hurt my arm. Ow. Thing's really heavy with all the plugs in there. Stay, damn it. Behave. That's why I need to straighten this place out and have somebody come in like twice a month and dust everything. And if I move into a house, then I would have ductless air and put an air filter machine in, and it wouldn't be so dusty in the new place. That's my dream, to have my own house. Make enough money to build it. And I guess I've stopped the discussion, so have a great night. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Stay wet, warm, dry, or cool as the case may be. Stay safe. I've enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed yourself too. Tell your friends, subscribe, click the like button, and I will catch you next time. Maybe tomorrow, but you will see me live when I go to Kathy's. Assuming Kathy is awake enough that you see her live. It's another thing entirely. I don't know how she's going to be when I show up at her house on Thursday. And I'm going to try to stop and get my glasses. If I don't do that, I'll get it Friday. I need my reading glasses very badly. So, and the wild card line with Kitty Cat. Nice kitty cat. I didn't see that before. Thank you for your donation, wild card line. Thank you. Who is the other fellow? I'm terrible at names anymore. Thank you, Jamar. But remember, when I say to stop discussing something, please stop. Give me that courtesy. For one thing, talking about hockey when I know nothing about hockey is a little boring. You guys want to talk about hockey? Go to the Hockey Channel. You know, and I'm starting to wheeze, and I don't know where my inhaler went, so it's another reason I'm stopping. I'm starting to lose my voice. My inhaler went somewhere, and something just fell down. What the hell was that? Oh, the thing keeps falling all the time. And there are times it knocks the fan to the floor. So, I really have to do some of this. It keeps flipping. The one transformer here weighs so damn much. Oh my God, that's what that is? No wonder it's so heavy. That's why it keeps flipping. This is the charger for the Volkswagen for the iPod. And I couldn't figure out what the hell is this giant power brick here. Now I know. They're both in the bedroom. Now I take that off and we'll be falling all the time. That's why it's been falling. I said, gee, that's awfully big. Wonder what it goes to. Now I know what it goes to. I'll put that away somewhere. Well, it won't fit in the drawers now. They're full. I'll put it over here. I just solved a problem for myself. That's good. I really had fun, except for the trolls. They should drop dead and leave us alone. Have a great night. Stay wet, warm, dry, or cool, as the case may be. Stay safe. Enjoy your evening. And thank you for the donations. Very appreciated. And I'll be back. Bye-bye.